Hello everyone, and welcome to Fire.S.A.F.E. My name is Alex Fleiner. My teammates are Douglas Crossley and Alexis Oyama. This program was developed in CS 426 Senior Projects, developed in 2009 and 2010 in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, University of Nevada, Reno. In today's video, I'd like to talk about what is Fire.S.A.F.E. I'll also be talking about an overview of the Fire.S.A.F.E. software and how it was designed. We'll also be talking about the important features, and this will be demonstrated in a live demonstration. What is Fire.S.A.F.E.? Fire.S.A.F.E. is a cross-platform, open-source, multi-agent fire evacuation software featuring real-time path planning and obstacle avoidance. There's also a 3D environment which includes 3D agents and a 3D scenario. We also take advantage of the open-source Praxis library. The Praxis library gives us the tools to successfully implement artificial intelligence algorithms, physics calculations, and visualization. Software design. This software was programmed in C++ and Qt GUI, and version control was handled by Subversion. We also used a module integration and design theory. By splitting the software into several pieces, we could assign these pieces to different team members. These team members could then work on the individual pieces on their leisure. This allowed for more flexible scheduling. Let me explain the modular design. As you can see, our program is split into 6 main pieces: the interface, the simulator, the statistics, the fire, the agent, and the building. The simulator, fire, agent, and building were all programmed in C++. The interface and statistics were programmed in the Qt GUI. Now I'd like to talk about the important features of our program. Since our program is simulation-based, the ability to start, stop, and restart a simulation at any time is very important. We also have customizable simulation parameters. These apply to the building, the agents, and the fire. Within the building, you can customize walls and densities. Within the agents, you can calculate speeds and intelligence. And in the fire, you can calculate how many and how quickly they spread. We also have real-time simulation metrics. These metrics allow different simulations to be compared. By having a comparison, we can compare a good building design from a bad building design. And we have an interactive camera. This camera allows the user to zoom in and out and all around the different angles of the scenario. Now, alright, so we're looking at the Fire.S.A.F.E. interface right now. As you can see in the middle here, this is where the scenario would be displayed. And below that, we have all the controls for the scenario, including a timer, and we have the start and pause and restart functions of our scenario. Above that, we take in statistics, which affect the building, the people, and the hazards. We'll show you that a little bit later as the simulation gets going. Over here on the right, we have different tabs for a building, which have different options for constructing a building. We have a people tab, which you can control how quickly the people move, and we can also add and delete people. In the fire tab, we can control the speed and intensity of the flame, and we have an ability to add and remove fire. Below that is the camera controls, which we will highlight later on when we run a scenario. And in the file, we have the ability to open and save simulation. And in edit, we have the ability to access all the different building, people, and fire options. And we can also change the view from 2D to 3D. The 3D actually changes on its own when we press play on a scenario, which I'll show you a little bit later. Alright, so here's a little demonstration on how to use the interface. First, we're going to go over here to the building tab, and we're going to grab one of the wall building tools. I'm going to go ahead and start with a polygon tool because this allows me to create, to drag and drop different wall pieces along the way. So as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and drag one wall. I'm going to drag the next wall and kind of just bring it around so I can leave a little exit here on the left. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab the Add Wall tool, which will add single walls with 2 clicks. So there's one wall right there, and we're going to add one more wall like so. As you can see, also it's pretty intuitive, so that if you do mess up, like I'm going to right here, I can go ahead and just remove that wall quickly with the Remove Wall tool. One of the next features we're going to add is the exit. You need to make sure that there's an exit for every scenario, or else the AI agents won't know where to go. So I'm going to go ahead and put an exit here on the bottom left. As you can see, it's also possible to remove exits, as I'm going to do right now, but I'm going to go ahead and leave that exit there for the purpose of the scenario. Now that we kind of have a rudimentary building built here, I'm going to go ahead and add some people. As you can see, when we add people, they look like just blue circles, and these blue circles will actually be rendered into people models when we start the simulation here. As you can see, I just removed a person with the remove person tool, and right now I'm going to add some fire and just kind of show you what the fire looks like in the 2D view. In the 2D view, the fire is red cylinders, so make sure to keep the red cylinders not on top of people, but kind of around them. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that right here. We're going to add some fire, and we can remove that as well. I'm going to go ahead and load a preset scenario that we worked on a little bit here. So I'm going to go to the open simulation and go ahead and open up demo.fss. And here you go. You can see that we have the 2D view set up here with the building, the wall. We got 5 people inside, and we have an exit here on the bottom. So the only thing we're missing now is some fire. So I'm going to go ahead and add some fire in some places where the people kind of need to avoid it and get away. So I'm going to put some fire here in this hallway, and we're going to put some fire here. I'm just going to go ahead and make a line of fire so that he can't even come through at all. And I'm going to do the same on the fire up here on the top. Just add a wall so they kind of have to walk through. As you can see, we have fire set up in some spots, and we have fire on the bottom. So we're going to see what happens here when we press play and run the scenario. As you can see, the AI agents are starting to head towards the exit. The ones on the top kind of get a little caught up in the fire, but they're going to move out, and they're heading out towards the exit right now. As you can see, the statistics is changing real time as the people exit. So now you can see that as all the people have exited, the statistics calculator has 5 people evacuated with 1 exit. And I'm going to use the camera to kind of move around a little bit, and that is fire safe.